All right. Good evening, good folks. Good evening, good evening. What's going on? Excuse me. All right. If any of you would be so kindly to let me know you can hear me, appreciate it. I would appreciate it. You would be so kindly. Let me know you can hear me. Let me know you can see me. And let me know everything is all good. All right. All right. All right. Miss Singer, good evening. Joshua, good evening. What's going on, bro? Robin girl, hey honey, how you doing? Robin, I need to hit you up. It's been a while since we spoke. I need to check on you, see how you doing there. Hope you're doing okay. My man, the real AK, the bitter. What's up, brother? Roll him out. Hey, lady, how you doing? See you still do your thing over there. Keep up the good work, baby. Keep up the good work. All right. So I guess that's yes. I know I don't go live as much as I used to. You know, work just been hectic. So, but got some time this evening. So hey, why not spend this time with y'all? Give y'all a little update. All right. And speaking of updates, let's get right into it. And the real AK, I'm glad that you're here, bro, because I don't know if you heard about this. I kind of accidentally ran into it, all right? We're going to hear how the boy explained his feelings about what he did. And for what I heard, man, hey, this shit is kind of wild, bro. This shit is wild, man. You know, and I don't mean to laugh, but, you know, from what I heard in the 6-year-old to how they allegedly saying how he explained it, that's wild to me. That's really wild to me, you know. But then again, should I really be surprised? Okay. But anyway, guys, Jay Diz, where you been, my man? How you doing, bro? But anyway, guys, the update we doing tonight is the lady named Abby Zwerner. I think that's her name. Y'all know the meat and potatoes of the story. The meat and potatoes of the story is that, hey, a 6-year-old, she was shot by one of her students, which was a 6-year-old, okay? And to this day, we still don't know why he did it. Okay, we don't know why he did it, all right? But anyway, though, the case is ongoing, all right? And as we know, the mom is being charged, all right? As one of the last live streams that I did about it, we heard that the mom just was high as fuck, you know, so we don't know what really happened and how the boy got the gun, but the boy just says, hey, I got my mama gun. That's all we know, all right? And y'all know her attorney trying to, you know how they always do, the defense attorney going to make it seem like that it's not 100% her fault. You know, the attorney tried to put it on the school, said it's the school fault, which in some sense, I agree where he coming from. But the main thing is your son got a hold to your weapon. If I'm not mistaken, you know, I don't think she's supposed to have had this gun though, all right? But we're going to get into all that in just a minute. But right now, her attorneys had come to an agreement, all right? And we're going to hear what this agreement is all about, all right? And then I'm going to let y'all hear what they said this boy said, man. And my mouth just fell to the floor when I heard how they read what he said, man. Anyway, though, thank y'all for being here. If you haven't, hit your thumbs up for this boy. And let's get the update going. Here we go.
Shooting cases back in the courtroom, specifically the lawsuit filed against the Newport News school system by the teacher shot, Abby Zwerner. Both sides are haggling over specific records connected to the case. 10 on your side's Raven Payne was in court and joins us live with more. Raven?
Well, that juggling, for the most part, has stopped today. Many agreements were met from both sides in this case, including when a number of records from Newport News Public Schools will be released in about 30 days from now. In April, Abby Zwerner's team filed a $40 million lawsuit against Newport News Public Schools. And this is after the former first-grade teacher was shot by her student at Richneck Elementary back in January. For a couple of months, both sides of the case have gone back and forth over what information will be used and what they tell me is a workers' compensation issue. However, today, many agreements were reached, including a stipulation saying no first-grade teacher should expect to be shot on the job.
The judge is going to have to decide, which is whether it is an actual risk of a school teacher or a Newport News school teacher to have this sort of injury.
Many records and information in this case are set to be released to the court in about 30 days. That includes emails, text messages, and cell phone records from the Newport News Public School Board and separate individual defendants. But both sides say this doesn't change the fact that this hinges on whether or not this was a workplace injury. In a statement, the defense says if this is a workplace injury and workers' compensation applies, as we believe it does, the case ends there, and Ms. Zwerner would still be entitled to workers' compensation benefits. And the defense also says if the judge rules that this wasn't a workplace injury, that agreed upon stipulation today would no longer apply. Live in Newport News, Raven Payne, 10 on your side.
Now, you know what? Long as I've been covering this story, that's something I never thought about. You know, is this considered a workers' comp situation? On the outside looking in, that's exactly what it sounded like. I mean, it happened on the job. And then, too, you know, from what we gathered from the story, you know, she told them, you know, y'all need to look into this boy because his behavior is not normal, you know. And it seemed that they did little to nothing to assess the boy's behavior. You know, they just ignored it and let the shit ride. So, I never thought about that. Is this a worker issue? All right. You know, that I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good question. You know, I think it is. I don't see why it wouldn't be. You know, anybody else feel the same way? Why wouldn't it be a workers situation? You know, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be. So the agreement is whatever they decide. You know, I guess it's a done deal. If they go for it, okay, that's a done deal. If they against it, hey, it's still a done deal. You know, that's a stipulation to it. So we heard that part, okay. But I didn't even think about that. But I thought anything like that or any kind of injury period that happens on the job that's not your fault, I thought it is instantly considered a worker's injury. Or am I wrong? Am I wrong? All right. So if I go to work, for example, I work with people with disabilities, intellectual disability. If one of them try to elope and I'm trying to stop them from eloping and they close the door, my hand gets shut in the door or whatnot, I would think there'd be a workers' comp situation. At least I think there would be. There was nothing to be argued because it happened at work. All right. So why would we be fighting that? Unless they just trying to find some kind of way to say that she was negligent at some point, which I think that's stupid because like they said, who the hell expects to go to school to get shot? As a matter of fact, who expect that any given day that as soon as they step out their door, they're going to get shot? Who would think that? I wouldn't. I mean, I think it's something you probably need to have in the back of your mind. Okay, what kind of day I'm going to have today? I'm going to be extra careful. I'm going to be careful who I talk to and be careful who I'm around. You know, so I don't fuck around with a lot of people no way. So, you know, but still, that doesn't mean that anything can happen. All right, I can get it at that point, but who wakes up every day, unless you're just living a rough life, unless you're just living a rough-ass life, all right? But people like me who are square, so people call it, I'm not getting up every day thinking that somebody finna shoot me because I don't fuck with nobody. I don't do anything for nobody to fuck with me, and I don't do anything for no karma to come back at me, though. You know, so this ain't nothing I just get up and think about. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna shoot me, somebody gonna harm me, all right? But again, it's still not to say that it's not gonna happen. Because again, at the snap of a finger, anything can happen. Amen? Anything can happen. So I think this is an interesting argument. Me personally, I don't think it should be an argument, period. But, you know, this is very interesting. As long as I've been covering this stuff, I never thought about that. Workers' comp. I never thought about that. All right? Student Resource Officer communications regarding procedures and policies will be released. Emails from Newport News Public Schools pertaining to what to do if a weapon is found on the school grounds will also be presented to the court. Although all of this was agreed to, both sides said this still doesn't change the fact that the case boils down to whether or not the incident can be categorized as a workplace injury. Wow. All right. I'm very interested in see how that is going to go. All right. I'm very interested in how this is going to go. All right. All right, guys. So we heard about that. What's going on with that? Now I present to you this video here, where we're going to hear what they say how the boy described what he did. All right. So, all right, let's have a listen.
Court records are revealing disturbing new details about the moments after a Virginia elementary school teacher was allegedly shot by a 6-year-old student inside her classroom earlier this year, including what the young boy said to the school staffer who restrained him. Abigail Zwerner suffered gunshot wounds to her hand and chest, but she survived the attack. NBC News correspondent Maggie Vespa's following this story for us. Maggie, the quotes from the little boy are chilling. What are we learning about from these new court filings?
Yeah, essentially, Kate, that these are court filings that were actually filed back in January, but they're basically newly unsealed, new to us. And this is first a probable cause statement that walks through, as you know, what investigators sort of have been able to uncover in their initial investigation into what happened. And that includes a really detailed interview with a reading specialist at that elementary school in Virginia, who basically, according to these documents, is the one who restrained this 6-year-old boy. And I want to get these quotes. I want to read them directly. She told police, according to this probable cause statement, quote, "I shot that B word dead." Again, that's what she says the 6-year-old boy said. Quote,
y'all heard that? This supposed to be a 6-year-old now. He's supposed to have said, "I shot that bitch dead." Wow. I mean, this is a 6-year-old now. Now, no kids cuss because they repeating what they hearing, But this boy must have heard a whole lot of shit that talked the way that he talked. He probably got it from his mom because she probably a cussing sailor and probably just say any and everything in front of that boy, and he's repeating it. All right. He said they claiming he said this now. So again, it leads to $1 million question. If he talking like this and he boasting on the fact that he did it, what made him do it? What happened? What the fuck? Well, here's what he said. The real AK, you hear this? They saying this is what he said.
"I shot that B word dead." Again, that's what she says the 6-year-old boy, according to this probable cause statement, quote, "I shot that B word dead." Again, that's what she says the 6-year-old boy said, quote, "I did it." And, quote, "I got my mom's gun last night." Again, we're talking about the January shooting.
I got my mom's gun last night, which was obvious that he did, but how did he do it?
Of first grade teacher Abigail Zwerner. She was shot, as you said, in the chest and the hand. She is recovering from those injuries and has since sued the school district as well as individual former administrators for $40 million because she says there were red flags about this boy's behavior that led up to this shooting. And frankly, not enough, she says, was done to stop this, Kate.
Wow. And Maggie, prosecutors declined to charge the boy. We remember, again, he was 6 years old at the time, but they have filed charges against the mom, right? What's the latest there?
Right. They haven't charged the boy, and that's also why we're not naming the boy. Again, he was a 6-year-old boy at this time. The mom has been charged with 1 count of felony child neglect, and then as well as a misdemeanor, basically leaving the gun where a child could access it. She also was quoted in this probable cause statement, having told police and investigators at the time that she believes she had left her gun in her purse on her dresser the morning of the shooting, but noted that there was a trigger lock on it. Also told them that the key to that lock, she says, was usually under her mattress. And again, she's now being charged with leaving that gun where her son.
How many of y'all believe that she thought it was a trigger lock on there and the key was under the mattress? Child.
could have accessed it at the time. She is expected to plead guilty to those charges next week. Kate.
All right, Maggie Vespa, just a sad story all around. Appreciate your reporting.
He said, I did it. I shot that bitch dead. This is a 6-year-old saying this about a grown woman that he shot. I shot that bitch dead. Now, again, the $1 million question, what happened and what made him do it? Or have anybody thought about this? Is it possible that maybe his mom, not necessarily physically abusing him, but maybe verbally abusing him, and he got common sense not to take it out on his mom, but somehow his common sense left out the door and he went out and took it out on the teacher? Now, could that be a possibility? It could be a strong possibility, all right? It could be a strong possibility. Because, again, if he talking like that, we know where he getting it from. Mama cutting up in that house. She cutting up in that house. Saying everything under the moon, under the stars, under the sun. And he just hear all this shit and he picking it up. All right? And probably even some of the actions he may see what she be watching on TV. And Lord knows if she got men running in at the house, how many men he'd have seen coming in at that house. And maybe a couple of times he probably caught his mama doing the damn thing. You know, I know it's probably a little bit provocative, but that's possible that stuff happened. I mean, hey, when I was a kid, I'd have heard my mama and walk past the room and seen stuff I ain't no business seeing, you know, which I never understood that. I mean, you know, we there, close the damn door. All right, there's a such thing that kids got to get up and use the bathroom. All right, it is. But I won't be surprised if he has seen that as well. This boy probably seen some of everything, and not only the mama using them words, but the dudes that she bring around probably even using the words much worse. Y'all know how foul us men mouth can get sometimes. And not only that, her little knucklehead friends that she be inviting over there, getting all high on that shit, and been using some provocative words too around him. So you got a child who's sitting there hearing all this and seeing all this. It's like a photographic memory to them. It's like something recorded in the back of their mind. They remember it and they can repeat almost every damn word that was said. They can almost repeat every action that they saw. All right? Now, just because he may have been special needs or had a learning disability or whatever she claimed that she got, the key word is doesn't mean he's stupid. Amen? And I say this all the time. Just because somebody got special needs does not mean that they stupid by a long shot. You got a lot of people in my field that I work in who have what they call, again, intellectual disability. Does not say they intellectually stupid. They just have intellectual disability. Meaning some places they just fall short on. Don't mean they don't know how to do it. Don't mean they don't know how to communicate. They just kind of falling short on it and need assistance with it. They not done by a long shot. So you going around doing everything under the sun and saying anything under the sun to them or around them, guess what? They can repeat everything that you said. I work with one now. If you said enough, he'll repeat it. He'll repeat it. To the point he's saying now, fuck you. And not only is he saying fuck you, he's saying fuck you mean. He's actually saying that too. I try not to laugh when he said, I'm sorry, the shit is funny though when I hear him say it. And this shit is funny. But in order for him to say it and say it clearly the way that he say it, he got it from somebody. All right? What if it's one of us that's working with him, or he probably may have picked it up at home, or they picked it up from home. And it's all kind of verbal abuse going around their house and probably a little bit of physical abuse. Okay? So I would say that much. For him to express the way that he expressed it, that they claim he expressed it, it's a lot of dysfunction going on in their home. It is. And maybe this mom don't know how to deal with it, or she tried to deal with it, or she probably did deal with it at one point, but somehow gave up. Am I saying something wrong? Did I say something wrong? At some point, she probably gave up and started thinking about her own self. We know we got a lot of parents that do that. All right? Now, I'm not taking up for nobody. I'm just saying. We have to look at, again, y'all know how I look. I look at up, down, left, right, all in the crevices and the cracks and everything. Just what if? We got to keep looking at that. Just what if this was going on? All right? Because, again, the boy had to pick it up from somewhere. But now that leaves the granddaddy. If I am right about what his mom was doing, if I'm anywhere near close of being right to what I'm saying, that what she was doing around him, what was the granddaddy doing? What kind of knowledge was he putting in the home? What kind of knowledge he was putting into her? What kind of knowledge he was trying to put into him? Because remember, one point of time, y'all was going to the school because it was assigned a program for y'all to be in there in the school with him. But now, according to the mom or the granddad, whichever one who said it, the school told them, okay, and I repeat, the school told them, well, he's doing fine. Y'all don't have to come no more. Man, look, fuck that. When I'm comfortable, I'll start leaving him by himself. All right? When I'm starting seeing better improvements, maybe I will leave him by himself. But if the program says I need to be there, they put their program in place for a reason. Amen? They put that program in place for a reason. Because your son's behavior. All right? Ma'am, you got an interview said, I'll do anything for my son. It's my fault and so not doing anything for him. And look, I guaranteed you later. I promise I guaranteed you. And I'm still going to say this to this day. You ain't got no choice but to take the fall for your son. They can't do nothing with him. You ain't got no choice but to take the fall. But I guaranteed you, if they could have charged that boy, you was going to let him fall. I'm sorry, you would have. Your actions or how they talking about you shows you would have let that boy take the fall. You would have. In which I guess technically if he did the crime, I guess, hey, juvenile time, I guess. But if they could let him take the fall, ma'am, your action shows you would have let him take the fall. Amen? You would have let him take the fall. You would have. Now, the question I would like to ask to some of y'all who may listen to this later, if she could have let him take the fall by him the one who did the dirty deed, would she be in the wrong if she let him take the fall? Just think about it now. They could charge him. They can't charge him. He did do the crime. So they can't charge him. So by him the one doing the crime, and he got the gun, if she could let him take the fall, would she be in the wrong? All right? I want to pose that question to people. All right? For y'all who watch it right now, and for those who watch it later, would she be in the wrong if she let him take the fall? All right? Miss Singer no, says no, she won't be in the wrong. All right? Now that I said he should have been punished. All right? The real case said no, she wouldn't be in the wrong. I'm kind of on the fence with it. But again, he did it. If they could charge him, one part of me say yeah, but another part of me, if I got a conscience, would say, well, man, damn, man, that's my fault, man. Usually I put this damn gun up, but this night I didn't put it up. Now he got a hold of it. Now all this shit done happened. I would have a conscience. One part of me would say, no, I'm not gonna let him take the fall. So okay, Spicy Kai. Wow, Spicy Kai, I'm shocked you said that. Spicy Kai said no. She don't think she would be in the wrong if they could charge him. Okay, cool. I would like to hear more people answer on that. Now that I do me a favor, I got the website link pinned up on the top of the chat room. Can you go over there and see is it working, please? Hell. Hold on. Shit, did I post the wrong damn link up in there? Son of a bitch. Well, you don't have to do it. Look like I see it working. I see it working. You ain't got to do it. All right, cool. Never mind, it's over there working. So anybody want to watch it later, they can either come over here on YouTube or they go over to the website and watch it later. All right? Amen, amen, amen. Amen, amen, amen. The real case say they both should. Now, you know what? I think that's fair. That may be fair. Now that I said he knew enough to take the gun and shoot the teacher. Okay. The real character, that's a fair answer. You know what I'm saying? Both of them should. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. But I guaranteed you, if they could charge him and she didn't have to take no responsibility for it, she wouldn't do it. Because again, how everything's coming out about her, you know, all the drugs, weed and shit, or whatever the fuck she taking, and being irresponsible, man, that lady probably would have went home and went right back to doing what she was doing, okay? But now, here goes another $1 million question, and I think Spicy Kai asked this question once before. Where is this boy's father? Where's his father? All right? Because if you ask me, that boy need his dad more than anything right now. All right? That's if the dad's still living. All right? I'm pretty much sure he see the news like we see it. But that's $1 million question right there. Where's this boy daddy at? All right? And where's the support from the dad? All right? Or could we be dealing with one of these situations that maybe she was being a dick to the dad and they let the dad around the child? Or could it be possible the dad didn't want nothing to do with the child because of his behavior? All right? We got to look at that too. And if you do see this, you want to holler at me, shit, I'll let you come on up because maybe I got it wrong. But then again, I ain't just really saying nothing. I'm just asking a question. All right? Deshaun Shimmer, hey, lady. She said, I don't think she be wrong, mainly because he said I shot that bitch dead. I think he should have some type of mental intervention. I believe the mom should get punished as well. Oh, she gonna get it. Now, what she's gonna get, that's another $1 million question. All right, thanks, Spice Cat. Thanks, Night Owl. What she's gonna get, that's $1 million question. Amen. That's $1 million question. What she's gonna get. All right. Is she gonna get time? What the hell? Hold on. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Is she going to get any time or is she going to get any kind of probation? Because y'all know I'm ignorant to the law, so I don't know how this shit works. And the question I'm asking the way that I'm asking because nobody actually died. You know, so does that make a big difference or how she's going to get in trouble? Is she going to do a year, couple of years, or is she going to have some years on probation? Or what is she facing right now? You know, I would like to know that. What is she facing right now? You know, is it something harsh that she's facing? All right? Is it something harsh that she's facing? Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, I'm going to say it again. If I said it once, I'd have said it 1,000,001 times. In the era that we in now, we got a different breed of kids. Some of these kids are like they've been here before. Lord knows they have. I saw last night, and I bullshit y'all not when I tell y'all this, and my mouth fell to the floor. I'm in a McDonald's drive-thru. This girl, whoever the fuck that was in the car ahead of me, like she had a car full of children. This girl orders her food and goes around to the window. Not too long after that, the lady took my order. I ordered something small, like a couple of regular hamburgers or something because I really wasn't that hungry. I ordered something small. I come around that corner at the drive-through window. That little girl was squatting by the door and she was pissing. I said, what the fuck? And I heard her say, oh, he came around the corner. He see me. Yeah, I saw you. Who the fuck won't see you? I'm like, oh my God, did I just really see that? I squatting, just letting the river flow. And I was like, I said, I done seen some trifling shit in my life. I have. I even done some trifling shit in my life. But to actually see a young girl, she looked like she probably about 12 or 13, squatting right there and just letting it go. And apparently when I came around the corner, she must have just finished and then jumped back in the car. I don't even remember seeing this girl putting up her drawers. Unless she had them pulled to the side. And I just looking like, where the hell these kids are coming from? Where the hell these children are coming from? So then what make matters worse, they getting their order. The lady was calling, passing out, so she was passing out a whole lot of shit, passing out bags of food, drinks, and all that. The same girl who I just seen do that reaches her hand out with a McDonald's bag in her hand and just dropped it right there in the drive-thru. I said, you got a car full of trifling ass girls. But that ain't the word I said. You got a whole car full of trifling ass girls. And I'm going to assume that was a grown ass woman driving that car. And these girls in the car with you is trifling as fuck. Trifling as fuck. And they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. Anytime you squat like that, you know somebody ain't too far from behind you, and you somebody that's squatting like that and pissing in the driveway like that, the fuck is wrong with you? You couldn't tell that girl to go off over there to the side on the dark part of the park lot where nobody hardly can see her. You couldn't teach her to do that? Right there, squatted, right there where I can see her, plain as day, and mouth just dropped open. I said if I was her daddy, and I found out that was her, I would have literally got in my car and whooped her ass right there in that drive-thru, you nasty motherfucker. I would have whooped her ass. And probably whooped the mama ass for letting her do that. Ma'am, it's one thing you want to be trifling. You don't teach my baby to be trifling. That's trifling hell what they just did. That's trifling. With a capital T. And these folks nowadays don't have no care about that. And if you say something, they treat you like you said something wrong or like you did something wrong. And this is why I'm finna say what I'm finna say. These children nowadays done been here before. I don't know when, was it BC or AD? Was it before Christ or after that? Whatever this shit is called. But these children nowadays is horrible. These parents are horrible. I don't know what's in the water. I don't know what's in the lemonade. I don't know what's up in the sweet tea or what's in the soda can nowadays. But this is awful. This is awful. All right? I don't know why we going around and just letting this shit run free. Then we send our children out to public areas, knowing damn well they're not home trained, and they carrying this shit with them everywhere they go. School, get-togethers, malls. Where's little girls like to go, the little girls like to go shopping for shoes. Do they like to do that? Malls, carnivals, field trips. They take all this shit with them, and the little boys too. They take all this shit with them, just trifling as fuck. And you have no problem sending your child to school, letting them play activities and trifling as fuck. If that little girl sit up there cocking her legs wide open, squat like that in public like that, I wonder what she do at home if she got a period bad and somebody in the bathroom. What does she do at home? And then the big bang theory on there is that little girl in Curry, it was a man. It was a man that was behind them. And apparently whoever was the driver of the car was, she didn't care if it was a man behind them. Maybe it'd be a little different if it was a woman. But now one of them cared that what if it's a man or a woman that's behind them in the drive-thru, and she did that. Hey, we gotta do better, y'all. The real case said she probably used the same. Man, she do that, man. I would throw up if I found out she was doing that. I would throw up. And again, it hits me hard about the little girls because I want a little girl. That shit hits me hard. Again, I raised my sister. I did my daddy's job. My sister wasn't nowhere near that damn trifling. If she was, I never saw it. I never saw it. The only thing I see my sister, she did that was trifling. If you even consider this trifling. When I let her see my phone and she was texting some dude and both of them was having a grown folk conversation, you know what I mean by grown folk conversation. They was saying some shit to each other. And I just like, why would you text that? You finna give me the phone right back. And you mean you're not gonna even erase the text? This my phone, and you texting a boy, talking the way you talking, the way y'all talking, and he was saying something to her about eating her coochie and all that stuff, and she responded to it, talking about, I'm getting horny, you talking to me like that. Oh, wow, really? That's what we doing now? Again, if y'all consider that trifling, that's trifling, all right? But some of y'all probably say, hey, that means she was going through her little phase or whatnot. I don't know what the hell you call that. But when I saw that, I'm like, hell, in my phone? Really? You gonna do this in my phone? No, man, I don't want to talk like that. No. And I like, wow. I said, all right, and I had to ask her, I said, man, you out here fucking? She like, nah. And I was like, man, I don't know. The way you up here talking, you done did something. Y'all done did something. Because that's too vulgar right there. That's vulgar talk. That's the vulgar talk. I'm like Keith Sweat. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Y'all is cutting up on my phone. Do he know that's my phone? Or do he give a damn? Boy, I tell you. But she's a grown woman now. Hey, she can have all them conversations that she want. I still want her to do it on her phone. I ain't gonna do it on mine. But she a grown woman now, so she can have all them conversations that she want. It ain't nothing I can say about it. Ain't nothing I can do about it. She can have all them conversations that she want. But I'm just saying, though, Jesus Christ, these girls, these hot-ass girls, when they get in 14, 13, 14, 15, I don't know what y'all be drinking, what y'all be seeing on TV, but y'all be cutting up. That's why I say y'all better pay attention to these electronic devices, man. These girls over there cutting up. These boys is too. They is cutting up. And they ain't only cutting up, they cutting the fuck up. They cutting up. All right? Y'all better monitor them devices. Shit. But anyway, I'm gonna play this. We're gonna play this one more time, man. That'll be my update for tonight on far this story goes, man. But and if y'all saw my last video, I am so happy that the lady got this movement going on for a baby. You know, the one that died on a bus ride. You know, I am so happy that she's getting this movement in motion. You know, I think that's a very important thing what she's doing, especially by her having a special needs child and putting the awareness out there that, you know, special needs is exactly what it is. They need all the attention they can get, you know. So I'm glad that she got this movement going on. Hopefully it falls into place. All right. And that's what I'm talking about for somebody fighting for their child. All right. And I can't wait to get more updates from her as far as this story goes. All right. And I, for one, signed the petition. And I see a couple of folks who follow me. They also signed the petition as well. And I want to say I really appreciate y'all for signing the petition. All right. But anyway, guys, I'm going to play this one more time. We're going to hear how this boy said what he said. And that's going to be it for how this story goes. Let's do it again. And hit that likes for your boy. Appreciate it.
Court records are revealing disturbing new details about the moments after a Virginia elementary school teacher was allegedly shot by a 6-year-old student inside her classroom earlier this year, including what the young boy said to the school staffer who restrained him. Abigail Zwerner suffered gunshot wounds to her hand and chest, but she survived the attack. NBC News correspondent Maggie Vespa is following this story for us. Maggie, the quotes from the little boy are chilling. What are we learning about from these new court filings?
Yeah, essentially, Kate, that these are court filings that were actually filed back in January, but they're basically newly unsealed, new to us. And this is first a probable cause statement that walks through, as you know, what investigators sort of have been able to uncover in their initial investigation into what happened. And that includes a really detailed interview with a reading specialist at that elementary school in Virginia, who basically, according to these documents, is the one who restrained this 6-year-old boy. And I want to get these quotes. I want to read them directly. She told police, according to this probable cause statement, quote, "I shot that B word dead." Again, that's what she says.
Dog Paul, you hear this? I shot that bitch dead. Dog Paul, you hear this? This is 6-year-old who's saying this now. All right? Ice Spice Guy, you be careful. This is a 6-year-old who said this. Dog Paul, listen to it again.
According to this probable cause statement, quote, "I shot that B word dead." Again, that's what she says the 6-year-old boy said. Quote, "I did it." And quote, "I got my mom's gun last night." Again, we're talking about the January shooting of first grade teacher Abigail Zwerner. She was shot, as you said, in the chest and the hand. She is recovering from those injuries and has since sued the school district as well as individual former administrators for $40 million because she says there were red flags about this boy's behavior that led up to this shooting. And frankly, not enough, she says, was done to stop this, Kate.
Wow. And Maggie, prosecutors declined to charge the boy. We remember, again, he was 6 years old at the time, but they have filed charges against the mom, right? What's the latest there?
Right. They haven't charged the boy, and that's also why we're not naming the boy. Again, he was a 6-year-old boy at this time. The mom has been charged with 1 count of felony child neglect, and then as well as a misdemeanor, basically leaving the gun where a child could access it. She also was quoted in this probable cause statement, having told police and investigators at the time that she believes she had left her gun in her purse on her dresser the morning of the shooting, but noted that there was a trigger lock on it. Also told them that the key to that lock, she says, was usually under her mattress. And again, she's now being charged with leaving that gun where her son could have accessed it at the time. She is expected to plead guilty to those charges next week. Kate.
All right, Maggie Vespa, just a sad story all around. Appreciate your reporting.
The key used to be in between the mattress. I don't know if I too much believe that or not. I don't know if I too much believe that or not. Or maybe it's one of them nights she was high as fuck and forgot to put everything back the way it was. But unless this boy saw you put that key under the mattress, I don't believe that key was under the mattress. Come on now. Oh, now, I mean, I don't know too many kids who gonna be searching under somebody's mattress. Okay, I don't know too many kids that are gonna be doing that. All right, I really don't. Unless it's something that they personally dropped their foot in between the mattress. But what's the percentage of that happening? I don't think I know a kid be doing. They check under their pillows. You want to know why they do it a lot of times? Because if they lose a tooth, we always do that. We look on our pillow, see if we got $1. All right, and we lose a tooth, put that tooth on our pillow. Bada bing, bada boom. We wake up in the morning, you got $1. All right. We never looked in between our mattress trying to find a damn dollar for a loose tooth. All right. We always looked under our pillow. We never had no reason to look in between the mattress for what? So I don't know if I too much believe that story or not. But it's not my story. It's hers. All right. Soldier Girl, what's going on? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Hey, the Real AK, you heard this, bro. You heard it. I'll talk to y'all later, man.